FNAF's 10th anniversary is finally here, with the celebration lasting from August 1st to August 8th, and we've already gotten a ton of updates with new game trailers, a bunch of movie sequel teasers, some potential leaks of new games coming in the future, and much more. So first, for starters, if you didn't know, before the anniversary started, the schedule was changed a bit, moving up the Cawthon interview to August 4th, and the mystery collab to August 5th, pushing the Steelwool announcement back to August 6th. But to start the anniversary, we've already gotten My Pop Goes, a fan game based on the Pop Go series in the Fazbear's Fanverse initiative, officially funded by Scott. Then on August 2nd, we got a demo for The Joy of Creation, another fan game from the Fanverse, which I don't personally care too much for, but it's really nice to see games from the Fanverse finally coming out and releasing. Moving on, we also got the free VIP interactive novel, an ebook where you play as a character Devin, exploring Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex with VIP tickets, guided by character Very Important Pig, which starts a wave of interactive novels over the next few months, like the Week Before book theorized to be about Phone Guy, all of which will probably have tons of confusing lore and theories, so I can't wait to see that cycle continue. We also have the Dalko interview with Scott Cawthon, which I'm not going to be breaking down today, but that also released. Another very interesting update to come during the anniversary is recently a Five Nights at Freddy's coloring book release, which on its own wouldn't really have much significance until you look at one of the pages being shared around right now, showing a page of some very infamous characters you might already recognize, the Five Nights at Freddy's Balloon Circus characters. Characters teased over a year ago now in a Funko line meant to be for a game called Five Nights at Freddy's Balloon Circus that has long been considered to be lost media, as they haven't given us any updates in months, almost years now. However, seeing them reintroduce these characters up in a brand new book brings up some super interesting theories, possibly suggesting the characters might be releasing in some capacity. In fact, there's supposed to be a Steelwool Studios announcement in this anniversary, which is most likely going to be a Help 1 and 2 DLC or something smaller like that, but it's possible this could be confirmation that a game based on these characters could be finally being worked on all these months and years later. Another small addition is the devs for the finale game Into the Pit have started a countdown to its release, which is cool to see, nothing really to add here. But more interestingly, later this week, the game 5 Laps at Freddy's will be releasing, created by Click Team, which when first announced was a really interesting title and people had no idea what to expect from it. However, recently the devs have given us a fully fledged Steam page for the demo and even a minute-long trailer revealing the game as some kind of racing title. And looking at the Steam description, it reads, "Welcome to 5 Laps at Freddy's, the premier animatronic kart racing circuit featuring your favorite and lovable Fazbear friends. Sponsored by Fazbear Entertainment," meaning this game takes place in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. Select one of 12 of your favorite animatronic FNAF characters and race on 16 tracks set across 4 cups. Each track is based on your favorite locations from Five Nights at Freddy's lore, including Fazbear Hills, Midnight Motorists, and more. Starting out on the day shift, a relatively safe place, you'll compete to take first place, but make sure to manage your kart's battery power. Use too much boost or take too many hits, and you may end up on the night shift, where not only do you have to worry about winning, you'll also have to avoid an angry endoskeleton who's on the hunt for you. While navigating the tracks, find birthday presents which contain items that help you reach number 1, similar to the item blocks from Mario Kart, everything from the Faz Blaster to the Cupcake Boost. Each item even has a power-up mode should you dare to risk some of that precious battery power, which all sounds honestly super interesting, and we see more of this in the trailer, where at the beginning we see Freddy inside of a car driving around, where after grabbing a present we can get a quick view of all of the power-ups in the game, being a cupcake, the Faz Blaster gun, exotic butter, a door, which I have no idea what that does, the rocket from Fireworks Freddy, and a bomb bite. Plus, further in the trailer, along with some showcasing of all of the characters in the game, we can also see the battery mechanics in the bottom right and the item mechanics in the top right in actual action. Towards the end of the trailer, we even see what happens when you enter the night shift mode, where we are chased down by what they say is the Endo and even jump scared if caught. The Steam page also includes its own screenshots, giving us a deeper look into some of the many levels and characters, like this one showing Spring Springtrap, Balloon Boy, Foxy, Chica, and the Puppet, along many others. And there's also going to be a ton of cool locations here, like the Junior's location in this screenshot, the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place, along with a character selection and cart selection, allowing the player to pick between different speeds, accelerations, weight, handling, and suspensions depending on the cart. Now, this hasn't been the best received game from everything we've seen so far in the previews, because the game doesn't seem like it's going to have any kind of multiplayer, at least from what I can see. I could be wrong there. And admittedly, it doesn't have the greatest graphics, nor does it really have the best polishing, at least from what we've seen from this demo. However, regardless of all of that, I'll admit that I'm super excited for this release because this concept seems really fun, and despite the flaws present in the trailer, it still looks like the game will be a blast. Also, it is worth again noting this is just a demo, meaning the smaller things like the graphics and unfinished looking parts of the game could all still be placeholder stuff that will be changed in the future once it leaves its demo phase. So I honestly still have high hopes for the title. The devs have also confirmed that while it's releasing onto only PC for now, there are in fact plans to release the game onto consoles in the future, likely when it leaves demo. So there are still big plans to update and renovate this game. It's not just going to be a one and done. But moving on from 5 Laps at Freddy's, perhaps most importantly throughout the entire anniversary is over these days of the celebration, we haven't just been getting the updates on the list here, but we've also been getting a bunch of little teasers from the Scott Games account relating to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie sequel that starts filming here in October, giving us so far a few separate teasers. First, we have this one here, which appears to be some kind of animatronic body in the center. And now, looking at this character, knowing the next game will take place in the FNAF 2 location with the FNAF 2 characters, that gives us two separate theories. First is that this could be the body of Mangle. As looking at the body, it looks very similar to the one Mangle has here. And if true, this wouldn't even be the first time we've seen Mangle parts being built for the sequel, as in our first animatronic teaser a few months ago, we actually saw some other in-progress photos of the character model. So we know for a fact that they will be showing up in the game. On the other hand though, this could also be an early tease for one of the endoskeletons, since in FNAF 2, we also know there is the Endo 2 model, which sometimes appears in the game, whose body again matches up basically one for one with this design that we see here. So it honestly could be either of the two. What this shows regardless is that they are clearly going for a super accurate depiction of the characters, even with the little pieces and indents. They're all basically game model accurate, which I love to see. Also, there's a little blue paint palette hiding on the right here, which I believe is them painting for Toy Bonnie. But that brings us over to the second teaser shown here, which shows us some eyes in the center along with some unpainted ears over on the right side. And this is almost completely confirmed to be Toy Bonnie. The ears look almost exactly the same. The eyes are the same color and shape. So this is almost 100% confirmed to be Toy Bonnie. I don't know what else it could be, especially since in the next message, we actually get to see the full mold of Toy Bonnie, showing the unpainted exterior of his head, which again looks nearly 100% accurate to the game. Plus, in the next one, we also got a mold of Toy Chica. So these give us our first full confirmation that the toy animatronics are being worked on and will be inside of the film, which now for the rest of the anniversary really makes me wonder if there's going to be withered animatronics, because those were also a big part of FNAF 2. And I'm curious if we'll get to see a preview of them over the next coming days. I'm not sure, but make sure you guys are subscribed to not miss any of that and check out last month's news here.